So, welcome back. We've got Richard tipping for you. Wait a minute. Get the right table, Wayne. Blimey. 1 second. I need to just twist this as well. Wrong way. There you go. Just sussed how to do it from here. Unbelievable. When it gets knocked. So, we've got Richard tipping against Owen Ellis. I'm going to get my breath back for a minute or two while I'll leave you with these pictures. And I'll be back commentating in a couple of minutes' time. I'm just going to find out how my mate's getting on. I think his match has just finished, actually. So, in fact, it might be on the Q score. Well, he got beat 5-2. So that's Michael out the main singles. Jacko still tuned in. I don't know where he's gone to. He's probably gone out for a quick fag, knowing Mick, before he comes back and sees me and tells me how he's got on, but I already know. So he's still batting in a few competitions. The two players on stream now, I don't know either of these two. Cut that quite as much as he'd like to have done. There's a big bag down there as well if he'd have caught it right. Just didn't catch it thin enough. So I don't know what time they're going to play these singles down to. Certainly won't be me in the arena at 3 o'clock in the morning. Very much doubt it. 11:30. And not even 58. So look. 64. 64 games. 29. So we're not even quite halfway through. The last 1 to 8 yet. No, I don't think anybody's moaning, Jason. It's me. I've not seen anybody moaning anyway. I think what it is, if it's fine for you boys and girls out there on Facebook, nobody's said anything anyway. What's been happening is I'm on a different Wi-Fi, well, 4G. I'm on a different mobile signal on my phone watching it. And it just keeps dropping out, so it's possibly that it's EE where I am that's not got the strongest of signals, whereas I'm streaming through Virgin, which is, I know it's strong enough. So it's strange that I'm streaming through a program that splits it into two, that sends one signal to Facebook and one signal to YouTube, and YouTube's been fine all the way through, so it can't be that. So it must be what I'm receiving on my phone. So yeah, no, that's why I mentioned it before. I was a bit confused as to why mine kept dropping out, but it's possibly because it is EE 4G signal on my phone. It doesn't quite like it here in South Wales. But it doesn't take much for some people to jump all over me if something's not quite right. I get it in a way sometimes, but you know, it's these competitions are very, very busy. Sometimes when you've started and you've set up, if there's something not quite right, you don't get a chance until the end of the day to sort it out, because as soon as as you've seen, as soon as a match is finished, you know, there might be a 5-minute break, but in that time I've got to go and get a drink if I need a drink, set the scoreboard up ready for the next match. Table, sometimes I have to clean it, brush it, iron it, whatever, if there's nobody else to do it. So there's quite a bit to do in between time, so there might be a 10-minute break, but I'm not sat down waiting, twiddling my thumbs and having a kip. So sometimes it's just non-stop, so you don't get time to do anything really once you've already started. Which is why you'll see me getting a bit annoyed sometimes if somebody knocks a camera, because it means I've got to waste a bit of time trying to set it up again. But I have sussed out now how to, if it does go skew width, how to level it up. If I'm doing two tables like I do here, you can see what I mean. I'll show you the other table here, table 2. Because one camera's slightly out, I've actually twisted the feed that you can see there. So if I go to the other table, that'll be slightly out now, just a little bit. So if I am streaming from that table, I'll just straighten that one up, and this one will be slightly out. Or at least I don't have to keep going down there now. And mess it out. Trying to straighten the camera up, which is never easy when you've set your computer screens up and they're all facing the other way and you can't move them because of all the wires. But it's all good. So I know I'm going to get the pronunciation wrong. Richard Tippin's easy enough, but his opponent, is it Owen? Is it Ewan? All the Welsh spellings are, for certain names, are completely nothing like the way it's pronounced in some cases. It's as well as Jason. I'll just pick up on what you said before as well, Jason Edwards. Just to, depending on what device you're watching the stream on, as well, all depends on the quality. You can watch TV programs on certain TVs and it won't look good. The stream itself, if you watch that on a mobile phone, the pixels in a mobile phone means it's I can stream to probably one of the lowest qualities and it'll look crystal clear because there's so many pixels on a phone screen. If you're watching it on a TV, an LCD TV or a plasma TV, you'll get a decent picture. If you're watching it on a computer screen, on the full screen as well, it will be blur, without a doubt. And more often than not, 95% of the time, did check the stats from quite a few streams a couple of years ago. 95% of the time people watch these streams via a mobile phone. So there's always the odd one that will watch it on the computer screen. I do it sometimes, but I know what happens. Obviously I don't say anything, but some people do. And it's them, I'm presuming, that are saying the quality's not good. Because if you watch this stream on a mobile phone, it's better than watching TV. That's a nice shot. So Richard's given himself a great chance here to pull one back. So yeah, the quality all depends on what device you're watching it on. Oh, Peter says Owen. So is it Owen? Owen. Okay. Thank you. It's always nice to get the pronunciation right. Sounds a bit ignorant when you don't, but it's a bit like the Gaelic names, the Irish names. They spelt completely, some of them completely different to way they pronounce them. Well, he went for a double there. Maybe not have been better suited. Just trying to flick it in off the yellow. Cushion first, top right hand corner. Flick it in off the yellow. So chance now for Owen. to extend his lead to 3-0. Just about right here, can just run his white off the side cushion. He's going top cushion first. Don't know why I said run it off the side cushion. That was the one to take, without a doubt. Certainly not hanging about. It's too quick for me. 3-0. Owain Ellis. Mick must have gone back to the caravan. I thought he might have gone for a quick cigarette and then come back up here, but must have gone back. No way. So he's only 17 and he was the under 15 world champion. Fair play to him. Thank you for that, Peter. Nice to see these youngsters coming through. I will blow my own trumpet. I have fetched a few youngsters through in my time. Probably recognise a couple of their names. But, one of the first ones was young Andy Crowsdale, 11 years old, couldn't play in the Preston League because he had to be 16. Met him at the Carla Gran in a junior comp. He was 11, maybe 12, I think it was 11 actually. I'm sure his dad, I remember his dad saying he was 11 years old. Q was taller than him. And he was potting from the lampshades, and his dad told me that he couldn't play in the Preston League because he had to be 16, so, and he was itching to win a trophy. So I signed him up. I used to go and pick him up from Preston, bring him to Blackpool every Tuesday. And he won his first trophy that season. And, Andy Crowswell went on to be one of the top black ball players. Number 3PO. Still playing to a good standard. I don't play as much. But still plays to a good standard. Played the money match Not 12 months ago now, 18 months ago. For a few quid. Saw him, broke his wrist, I think. A pot on it anyway. About 6 weeks ago. The Ross McInnes tournament. He's married to Jason Shaw's sister, so I think he was on his way up to Scotland or on his way back. She was with him. So I saw him at the Hilltop Hotel. It's nice to see him every now and again. And then another one that playing for me. I think he would have been about 15 at the time. Lee Clough. Again, spotted him down the snooker hall in Blackpool, playing on a small table. Small snooker table, 3/4 snooker table. Got him into pool. He's never looked back. Should be on shares, really. So it's nice to see these young players coming through. Mick, who have come down this weekend. 1990 Skull semi-finalist. 2007 Golden Q champion. Been out of the game for quite a few years now. Got another very good player started playing for me when he was, I think, 15 or something. So, getting ever closer towards midnight. 5 to 12. Still going strong here.
So, team 10, we have Steve Jackson and Lee Poacher. That's Lee Poacher, Steve Jackson, team number 10.
Good evening, Andrew. Andrew Derrick's just got in from snooker. Can't believe you've not been watching the pool while you've been playing snooker. Absolute liberty. So, Owain Ellis now is should be about to take the fourth frame. Just under it that slightly, but he's okay. It's a little bit thinner than he should have been. Better than over-hitting it, I suppose, and snooking yourself. But have to screw this. Watch the in-off, so just screw it onto the bottom rail. He's missed it. It's not gone in-off as well, has he? Oh dear, oh dear. And that, you know, just a little bit of inexperience in a way. Should always make sure, get yourself on that next ball. So he could well be giving a frame away here that he should have easily been winning. So Richard Tippin getting himself on the board, 3 frames to 1. Fair play. Fair play to Andrew. And another thing about Facebook as well, the numbers, I was talking about it before, probably one or two of you still watching that was listening in before. When you're scrolling through Facebook and you come across a video, you can hear the sound. A lot of people now don't actually click into the video, they just watch it without clicking in. That doesn't register on simultaneous live viewers, but it still registers on video views, even though you don't click in. And it also registers on page views as well, or page reach. So a lot of streams now, if you've noticed, the numbers of people watching them have dropped dramatically, and that's because people are not actually clicking into them. You can actually turn your phone sideways and still get a full screen view without registering yourself as a watcher. So you might as well click on it and up the viewers figures, because we know you're there. I didn't get to show Paul before he left. I think he's gone next door for a drink with his mates. The viewing figures from the Chinese 8-ball that I streamed about 18 months ago, here last March. The ones I can see on my screen in a minute are not the biggest ones. Wait a minute, 198,000. There you go, that's one of them. There's one bigger than that. I think it's something like 226,000 views. People have actually clicked into it and watched at least some part of it. 226,000 views, 22nd of March 2018. There you go. I think if I remember rightly. That had about 5,000 simultaneous viewers. That'd been about 5.5 actually, I think, if I remember rightly. I can go into the settings and have a look, but I think that's what it was. And that 226,000 was registered within about 3 days of me streaming that. There was quite a few people from all over the world tuned in to have a look at that video. I'm not sure who was playing. I think it was Yang Fan, one of the best Chinese 8-ball players out there. Does look like him. I'm going to have a look now. Not even Yang Fan. Petrov Kirill against Yang Kong Ju. So when people ask me what's the biggest viewing figures of any matches, was it a money match? It was a Chinese 8-ball match. That was the one. 250,000. It's not like that these days. Too much choice of people. Cheers, Andrew. So, I do try. I'm not always everybody's cup of tea, but you know, I do try. I enjoy what I do. That's the main thing. That's all I'm bothered about. If I enjoy it, then hopefully you're going to enjoy it. Don't always get everything right. None of us do. It's nice to see. I've not changed back to this table. I can feel trying to get a different camera angle for you. I've not got one. Should have now. That's a little bit too high. We'll come down a little bit. Should be better, a little bit better. That's not a bad shot. Has he got the legs? It's not. Is that a foul? I didn't see the white. I don't know if he managed to screw that back onto the top cushion. I'll have a look at the replay in a minute. I'm looking at the wrong table. What? Am I looking at the wrong table? Unbelievable, Jeff. Told you I don't always get it right. I do try. I've not always been the best player in the world. I've had a few scouts in my time, but I won't mention Tony Drago. Sick of people bringing it up. So 3 frames to 2. Richard, is he on the comeback trail? Ryan Ellis rocking the balls up. It's his break. Well, they must have pressed the wrong button before, because the scoreboard's telling me it's Richard's break. So they must have pressed the wrong button. The white line Should indicate whose breaking is next. So they've either broken out of the turn, or they've not pressed the right buttons. Good evening to, I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong as well. Marie. I'm not going to, it's too late to be pronouncing your surname, Marie. Nice to see you've joined us. Shame you couldn't finish the tour off last year. Nice to see you on there initially, but obviously we know people have commitments. Commitments change. Tagging in Dan Fairway.
Okay, guys, silly. Spaces left in the bye-bye,
So much happening here this weekend at the Welsh Pool Championships. Such a shame we've not got massive viewing figures. We've not done too bad today, I suppose. But we've had the Mosconi Cup on for the first couple of days. And I think, I'm not too sure, but I think somebody called Webster was playing a money match. That possibly might have been on stream earlier on. I'm sure that was tonight. How that guy's got a money game with, until it's all sorted out, but with what's been going off, I don't know. I don't know. I think, and I'm not referring to him, I'm referring to other people, but I think just some people have got no morals whatsoever. Don't give a monkeys. As long as the tills are turning in the club, I'm not bothered. You know, when people do certain things in the pool world that is a detriment to other people, there's not enough people out there that'll take a stance against it. You shouldn't be robbing off people, and I'm not on about him at the moment. I'm on about other people that have been confirmed. Shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a competition. But whatever has happened with that situation, I hope it gets sorted pretty soon. It doesn't need dragging out. Either way. But until it does, to me, there's just a sour taste there. So Richard here. He's going to be looking to level the scores up. Justice Black to restore parity. 3 frames all. Owen should have been near enough, all over for him. So, Richard tipping to break. Scores a level at 3 frames all. Oh dear, straight into the middle pocket.
Okay, table number 6. We have Steve Jackson and Rick Poacher. Steve Jackson, Rick Poacher for number 6. So table 4, coming out Scotlander, John Price, Scotlander, table number 4.
Well, I mean, it's always this more interesting, Andrew, when the matches are a little bit shorter. That's for sure. The team event just start again tomorrow. There's 2 more matches in the group stages for the team. But there's a lot of singles to get through. Just reading a few posts and what have you. A friend of mine, Daryl Peach, talking about the Mosconi, and obviously USA have won it the last 2 times. I still think, as much as I understand Matchroom trying to make it as fair as possible for everybody to have a chance to qualify for the European team, I still think that an English team would beat the USA on a regular basis. I think they've just lost away a little bit over the last couple of years, that's all. A couple of new players that have been brought into the side that just can't handle all the pressure. It's massive pressure at Mosconi. It's not like a normal competition. Different atmosphere completely. And some of the English players absolutely thrive on that kind of tournament play. And I do get that obviously they need to try and get one or two of the European players in to keep the interest in the game within Europe, but there's so many good homegrown players that are missing out. There was talk about going to Asia with the Mosconi. I don't know what's happened to that. I was talking about that. Was it last year or year before? I've not seen anything. The nearest we got to it was the England team playing a warm-up last year against the Americans. Wow. That was a bit of a miss there from Owen. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen with the Asia one. But maybe we should have a European team, an English team, or a British team, an Asian team, an American team. Let's get all four involved. From an English point of view, I just feel as though there's not enough interest in it. When I know Jason Shaw was involved, but none of the English players are involved. And they go on about the atmosphere, and I don't think there's ever been a better atmosphere than when it was in my hometown, Blackpool, at the Tower Circus. Absolutely banging it was. I wasn't there, but it was banging. Local boy, call boys in the side. Not seen Darryl Peach, I don't think, in the Mosconi since the Earl Strickland incident. I'm sure that was the last time that Darryl played in the Mosconi. Might be wrong. Imran Majid, he made the team, was it last year, year before? Cracking player. Melling, he's probably done more air miles than Freddie Laker. Don't ask me who Freddie Laker is. So Richard Tippin, great chance here to close this match out. He's had his chances, Owen Ellis. I'm going to try and find out who you're going to have on next. I need to sort a scoreboard out, otherwise I'll be rushing again. So just bear with me. So, well done, Paul Thomas. Paul Thomas. What am I talking about, Wayne? Paul Thomas is on next. Richard Tippin coming through that 5 frames to 3 against Owen Ellis. Next we're going to have Paul Thomas, the chairman of the Welsh Pool Association, pulling rank. Well, he didn't actually. Paul Bushnell put him on. He's playing Corey Rees, so we've got a cracker coming up. Bear with us, you'll get a notification in a couple of minutes when we go live. Don't go too far away, we've not finished yet.
That's Tom, Mr. Chairman, against Colby, team number 1.